right. I guess we're doing a video about Robin Williams then. Yeah! I'm hoping you loved Robin Williams just as much as I did. When I was a little kid, the little guy was my hero. Other kids my age were pretending to be cops and robbers or cowboys, and I was watching a movie about an old hairy man dressed as a woman. I wanted to talk about Robin and his comedy for a bit because I just rewatched his movie Mrs. Doubtfire, and it made me miss a total stranger. I figured if I missed him, there must be others that miss him too. So I wanted to make this video to pay respect to the legend. Instead of giving you a biography on Robin, which you could watch anywhere, I thought I'd tell you some stories about how he affected my life. When I was a young little Alex Clark, I listened to Robin Williams comedy over and over. Did anyone else listen to his special called A Night at the Met? It's because of that album I owe Robin a thank you. Because it inspired me to become a comedian. But looking at the topics he spoke about, I can't believe my parents let me listen to this garbage. I listened to this in middle school, and I can't believe this list of topics. I'm warning you, these topics are very adult. All right, you had your chance. Here is the list of topics. Alcohol, marijuana, ballet, cocaine. I'm embarrassed. Ballet? And yet he talked about it with such heart and dignity that I was like, you know what? Maybe good people do drugs. Personally, I've never been interested in drugs or alcohol. I'm just more surprised that my childhood idol talked about it so much. Isn't it surprising that such a lovable guy talked about such dark stuff? In his stand-up, Robin mostly talked about drugs and playing with his downstairs pal, Mr. Happy. Even so, I think I only picked up on his good qualities. His willingness to take risks on stage, his big heart, his big hairy chest. I think that's probably a happy lesson for any parents watching. You don't have to worry about your kids being poorly influenced by role models. If they turned out bad, it's totally your own fault. Please click the like button. Thank you. Goodbye. This other time in the 7th grade, I saw my school was having a talent show. I thought of Robin and thought, you know what, Alex? You should do stand-up in the talent show. I had no idea how to write jokes, and I thought it would be terrible to steal Robin's jokes, because he was so well known. Many comedians don't realize that when you start, you shouldn't copy other comedians. How could someone stoop so low? That's exactly what I did. Did you know you weren't supposed to do that? Because as a kid, I didn't. So I did it, but it's not cool. Every day for weeks, I'd watch Comedy Central and write down all the jokes that I thought worked for me. And then I brought my set in to audition for the talent show. I figured it was okay to take from comedians that nobody had heard of. Just so wrong, don't do that. And I thought I was pretty slick with the topics I picked. I was a middle schooler talking about drunk driving and trying to pass a sobriety test. This was what I auditioned with. I had a great teacher, Mrs. LaFleur, who still watches my videos, and I remember she said, Alex, that was really funny, but do you think maybe since you're 12, you should talk about things that middle schoolers experience? I said something super smart. I never thought of that, but you're right. I should talk about Mr. Happy. If you were ever in a talent show or a play or a musical or something, were you scared to do it? I remember I wasn't scared, but everyone else seemed to be nervous. And I kept saying, just do your best, and people will love you for trying. I want to thank you to Mrs. LaFleur, because she helped me clean up my act, and it was very clean. I came out and did some prop comedy. I had a little colander on my head, and when I got to the mic, I said, sorry I'm late. I'm under a strain. Overall, I would give this performance 10 out of 10. Minus 10 points for stealing a free joke. Oh, don't do that. Another time in high school, I told a teacher I wanted to be Robin Williams when I grow up. Their response was, just remember, Alex, for every Robin Williams on TV, there's 100 people just as funny that no one's ever heard of. Did you ever have like a mean adult like this that basically said you're not going to make it? I have a message for that man. I made it, mister! If I ever win something like an Oscar, I'd like to thank that guy. I often think back to that quote as I meet people that are super talented and haven't made it, and I think of that guy, and it reminds me that you need to work hard to get what you want. I think when he was telling me that, his heart was in the right place, so I would definitely thank him in my speech. And then I'd lean into the microphone and say, "Also, I don't remember your name, so you really proved your point, friend." So sorry. Robin Williams had so many good movies, like Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, all the other ones. Which one did you watch the most? For me, it was Good Morning Vietnam. I love that it had both the drama and the comedy. And so for the end of this video, I'd like to take you to one of my shows where I paid tribute to my hero, Robin Williams. And that's why I love Robin Williams. I hope you all are staying safe during this crazy time. If anyone needs help from me in any way, just let me know and I'll do what I can. I am your friend after all. Also, there's been some good guesses about why I've been eating candy, but no one's quite gotten it. I'm Alex Clark, and I'll see you somewhere. Bye!